Good morning, good afternoon or good evening wherever you are in the world. Today is our first Q&A.
It's our A bit. We asked for the questions a couple of weeks ago and thank you so much for those of you that sent in questions, and we are going to answer them now. We promised you honesty and that's exactly what you're going to get. Obviously you can see that we're still in the UK. My brother is currently sitting with Mum to enable us to just sneak into a different room and do some filming. So it may be a little bit disjointed and we apologise if it is, but that's the reason, is that Mum didn't have a very good night last night. So hopefully we've grabbed our coffee.
This is almost like part 2 from our previous video about getting to know us. So by the Q&A, by the end of it, you should know us quite well. I think you should know us quite well.
Heaven help you. Anyway, we are gonna start with, sorry, I'm gonna be putting my glasses on and off because I can't see basically, and I'm too vain to keep them on all the time. So this one, sorry for squinting, is from Anim15. And the question is, what's the most difficult situation we have faced whilst travelling?
Well, that's a very good question. For me, one thing comes out straight away. Our first trip together, obviously we've been together for 5 years. So this is our first trip away together. We decided to go to Thailand. We were just coming out of COVID. If you can remember, for travel wise, you had to do so many tests. All the tests up till this point was negative. So our last test, which is 24 hours before you fly, we took a COVID test. Within 2 hours, I think it was, I had my result through, and negative. This is the afternoon of the day before that we were going to fly, bear in mind. Negative. Then 3 hours later, I think it was, yours came through, positive. So you could see where I'm going with this one. Straight away, I was just stressed to the hilt. The COVID mask came on. Oh my God, what am I going to do?
So bear in mind that Mark had already was practically moved in with me, but he then still felt the need to put a COVID mask on in the living room. But I spent then a couple of hours cancelling everything, literally cancelling everything, cancelling the flight, cancelling the hotel, cancelling any trips that we booked, because we knew that once we landed in Bangkok, no, it wasn't Bangkok, it was Phuket. Once we landed in Phuket, we would have to have another COVID test immediately on landing, and if found positive there, they take you to it was called a hospital. So it was a hospital hotel, and you would have to stay there for 10 days. So you can imagine it wasn't great. Mark then convinced me to take another test, which I thought would be a complete waste of time. So I booked another test, and
bear in mind the clock was ticking at this point.
Yeah, the test was booked for 7 o'clock in the morning. So
of the day that we travel.
No, we were going up to Paris.
Yeah.
We were flying the following day, but we were due to go up to Paris, up to Charles de Gaulle, and have a night in the hotel there. So, sorry to cut a long story short now. So I bombed to the test centre, got another test. Within about 3 hours, had the result that it was now negative. Now, was it a false negative or was it a false positive? I had no idea, but I'd got the piece of paper that said negative. Back onto the airline, back onto the hotel, back onto everything else, rebooked everything, got in the car, bombed up to Paris, which is a 4-hour drive from where we lived. We caught the flight then the next morning. Bearing in mind the whole flight, I am absolutely petrified that when we get to Phuket, my result is actually going to be positive because I didn't know which way around it was. Luckily, it proved out to be negative.
Because when you got off the plane, long story short, there's loads of chairs lined up. You get off the plane, sat down on the chair, fill some paperwork out and do a test. And luckily they were negative.
You were negative. So we had a wonderful time then.
So that's my most difficult situation. It's probably our most difficult situation in a way, but that was my most difficult situation for panic. So we go. Thank you, Adam. 15. Excellent question.
This one's from Lydia and Chris. We are currently on a road trip in a motorhome here in Australia. Hello, Oz. Absolutely loving it. It's got us wondering, could we do something like this in Europe in the future?
That's an easy question to answer for me. Absolutely yes.
Let's hope it's shorter than the first question.
Absolutely yes. There's so many different countries to visit, different cultures to visit, the food. Every day is different, you know, because you're travelling.
There's more history around Europe than Australia. I know Australia has its own quirks and cultures and delights, but I just think, speaking from people that have visited UK or Europe from Australia, they just love the history. So yeah.
That's one of my dreams actually, is do van life in Australia, but it might happen.
Who knows? What a lot of us seem to do is come over to the UK and hire a van or buy a van, and then when they've done their trip around Europe is to then just resell it again. If you buy a van in the UK, you have the advantage of being right-hand drive, which is the same as ours. But then when you go to Europe, everyone drives on the other side. Or if you buy one in Europe, you have the advantage of it being a left-hand drive car, so it's easier to get around Europe then. So, but absolutely do it.
Go for it.
Absolutely, don't put it off. Do it. And they also added. Sorry, I can't see.
Oh, part 2. Here we go.
Okay. From your experiences, what do you think are the things you miss out on when travelling in a van compared to driving in a car and staying in accommodation?
Again, for me, I'll start this one. Good question. For me, it's the space. It's the room. You go to a hotel, you've got everything there for you, an ensuite shower, bathroom, big double bed, TV, wardrobes, massive space. A van, you've got to think that you've got a limited space, and 2 dogs, 2 human beings in there, all that clutter, it gets quite tight. So for me, it's the space.
Okay, for me, I'd love a proper loo and a shower, so that would be the pro for a hotel. The pro for the van is the freedom that we have. If we see a park up, we stop and park up for the night. There is nothing like you open the van door in the morning. Some of the views that we've seen, particularly in Norway, Sweden, is just.
You can open a van door. You've got a lake there or a river or something, isn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, that's our kind of our take on whether a car and hotel or the van. Okay, and this question's from Jazley. Sorry, I don't want to get it wrong. Jazley AJA.
Hope that's right.
Hey.
What foods should I try in the UK? Well, for me, it's very simple. Fish and chips, all day long.
I think I knew that. Home cured bacon, cheddar cheese. Even though we've lived in France for what feels like a millennial, no one does cheese like the Brits. Cheddar cheese. Sorry, French friends. Just give me vintage cheddar. Oh,
vintage?
Yeah, especially with the crunchy bits.
Extra mature.
Also, Branston pickle and salad cream. That's my must-try food. Yeah, that's and I like an English style Chinese takeaway.
Okay, I like going out to a harvester. Simple as that. Next question.
Other restaurants are available. Okay.
So next question.
This is from. This was asked a few times by Travel the World. Here we tow again. Love that. And I'm gonna have to put this on because it's from a Finnish friend. Reisufilius Travel Vibes from Finland.
Hello, Finland.
and Caravan Life with Freya, and Surakasmilike. Sorry if it's wrong.
I hope you pronounced that right.
Okay. What was your favourite place? And what's the best destination so far? Not just a country, but a specific place.
For me, was our trip away this year, early February, March. We went to Borneo and we stayed on the river, the Kinabatangan River.
I'm impressed because he never gets that right.
We saw 4 out of the big 5 in the wild. Totally amazing.
It was. We stayed in a lodge on the river, and we had a few cruises up and down the river.
In flood as well.
Yeah, it was amazing. Which animal was best for you?
Seeing the elephants crossing the boat in the water.
Yeah, they swam in front of us, a whole herd of elephants. It was just incredible. But I don't know. I think is it a crocodile or an alligator?
A crocodile.
A crocodile. Seeing the crocodile literally just before we were due to leave. That was pretty special too.
The whole 2 days.
Yeah, it was. Yeah,
fantastic.
It was. That's a memory thing. For me, there's my special lake in Norway, but I think just tips it is Koh Sok National Park in Thailand and Chelan Lake. That feels like my spiritual home.
But they both made you cry, if I remember.
Yeah, sorry, I cry a lot. I don't cry a lot, but you just get overwhelmed by the beauty of some of the nature, and it seems to be lakes that kind of does me. But lakes, give me a mix of a lake and a mountain together, I'm done, completely done.
Easy please. So this is part 2 of the question now. What are your top 5 countries that have you visited since you've been travelling?
Go.
Well, in order? Oh, this is difficult. I'm going to upset so many people in so many countries now, but I'll say it. Number 1 for me, Singapore, hands down. So clean, the food's amazing, the weather, anything. Singapore. Number 2, a very close number 2 is Norway. That's so special to my heart.
Well, they're 2 different, because Singapore is a city and we flew there, whereas Norway we kind of was more van life. So they are completely different.
Yeah, they're completely different. Number 3, Malaysia. Mm-hmm. The people are so super friendly. The food's amazing. The country's amazing. Number 4, I'll go for Sweden. Spectacular, lovely country.
Lovely people.
Lovely people again. And number 5 will have to be our first holiday away together, Thailand.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of mirror a few of those. Singapore is my favourite. Norway is my second favourite. Although I could have the joint first place, as in Singapore and Norway, because as I said, they're completely different places and completely different travel experiences and how we tackle or how we enjoy both of them. I'm going to go with Sabah in Borneo, which is part of Malaysia, for the jungle experience that we had. We went to Kota Kinabalu. I didn't really like it that much there, but the jungle experience in the Kinabatangan River was just complete and utter top up there, up the top.
Amazing
there.
memory.
Thailand, possibly, I mean, we've got Koh Sok National Park in Thailand, so that's my favourite. And I rode a scooter for the first time in Thailand.
Koh Mook.
That was another experience. So that holds lots of memories, and we found a place where we were practically the only people there. It was a rundown resort, and we just walked along a pier, and it was just that was quite special.
Koh Mak.
Yeah, it was Koh Mak. It was Koh Mak.
Stunning place.
And then Philippines.
I forgot about that.
Philippines, Boracay in the Philippines. And also we did a 3-day, 2-night
expedition.
Yeah, it wasn't a cruise, that's for sure. Expedition, and saw some amazing. Just the colour of the water and the clarity is just special. There's some really lovely sunsets there as well.
The beaches are incredible.
Yeah.
The fish.
So Philippines is up there as well. So thank you.
Good question. Questions.
Thank you. Travel the world. Here we tow again. Oh gosh, I'm going to say. Oh no, I'm not, because Mark's gotten rid of it.
Oh, sorry.
I've got to put my glasses. Sorry. Risuphilis, Travel Vibes Finland, Caravan Life with Freya, and Surakuzmilike. Thank you for the question.
Excellent, thank you.
Right, this was so much easier to pronounce. This is from Tilly and Ashley.
What's the furthest destination you have travelled in your camper van? To date, so far, will have to be the Arctic Circle in Lapland.
Yep.
I'm not going to say where we went because I can't pronounce it.
No, I'm not going to do it either. Yeah, it was Finnish Lapland. We went to Santa's village, which was just crossing the Arctic Circle. That's certainly the furthest north that we've been. Furthest south... Is Poland more south in Germany?
Yeah.
Yeah, Poland. On the Czech border. But we have plans to travel further north next year, hopefully.
Will be revealed.
Fingers crossed. So great question, Tilly and Ashley. Love the name Tilly.
Right, next one. Dutch Kiwi, good, old, I shouldn't say old, our lovely friend Anita.
The lovely Anita, the Dutch Kiwi. Check out her vlogs. She's so lovely, and she cooks some amazing stuff as well as travels. Yeah, shout out to Anita.
Okay, our question is, do you miss having a Pacific home base, or do you have somewhere where you can just hang your hat when not on the road?
Okay.
I'll let you answer this one.
Because we visit Mum regularly because of her Alzheimer's and other issues, we kind of have a UK base when we're here. The van is too big to park on Mum's drive, so Mark is about 4 miles away, parked up in a muddy field. But thank you so much to Colin and the Wilding family for letting us stay in the field. It's much appreciated. We also have a very, very small house that we used to let out as a gîte in France, in a beautiful town called Pompadour, which is known as one of the city of the horses, because it's a national stud for Anglo-Arab horses. So we do have a very, very small house there that we've still got a lot of our furniture and bits and pieces. But Mark sold his house, I sold my house, we sold our van as we previous introductions, but we have a very small little bolt hole when we need it, mainly for fiscal purposes, in that we can, our mail can go there, so we can pick up our mail, or a friend goes and checks our mail for us.
Just a proof of residence, isn't it?
So yes.
Good question, that one.
Thanks, Anita.
Right, next one. Explore the world. What's your best moment since you started van life? For me, there's many, but one stands out. Was a hell of a drive to get there, but for me it was the Arctic Circle in Finland to see the midnight sun.
It was to see Father Christmas, really.
Yeah.
In July.
In July, with Christmas music blaring off.
No, that was memorable. Certainly.
Crossing the Arctic Circle in July to see the midnight sun.
That was a memory, but for me that's not my best moment. Seeing the midnight sun was amazing, absolutely. Although we struggled a little bit. The dogs certainly struggled because it didn't get dark and they didn't know it was night time. For me, it's got to be the lake in Norway and Kosak National Park. Sorry, hello Sid.
Sid wants to say hello.
Sid's not getting any attention, so Sid's just going to start moaning. Be a good boy.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just the spiritual feelings that I got at both of those lakes, as I said previously. Anyway,
this is a question and a half, but we promised to answer it honestly, haven't we? Mm-hmm. So, Nicola,
This is
How do you?
This
Okay, yes, this is from.
This is from Scott and Tracy at Real Scott and Tracy Travelling. Again, another fantastic channel. There we go. I got there in the end. Another fantastic channel. Check it out. They've been to so many incredible places. So thank you, Scott and Tracy.
So, how do you adjust being around each other 24/7?
Go for it. But keep right, Mark likes to rabbit on a bit, so I'm going to tell him keep it simple.
Okay, to be honest with you, at first, in the first 2 or 3 weeks, I found it very difficult. One was the biggest issue for me was space, because you're crammed in a small metal van with space. We need to be patient as well. It's all a learning curve.
It's definitely yeah. I mean,
we do have our ups and downs. We do argue. We were before we started van life. We were used to spending a lot of time together anyway because we worked together. Mark used to help me with the lakes and everything. So we were used to spending an awful lot of time together anyway. Mm-hmm. But then when you condense it into a small space with the dogs, then yes, we're still learning. It's when it rains.
We're still getting there.
We're still together.
Today, anyway.
It's when it rains. It's the biggest thing for me. When it rains,
Yeah.
it makes everything quadruple difficult.
Well, the dogs still have to be walked, so they get wet. They stink. So yeah.
Good question. Yeah.
I think that we've maybe moved around far more than we needed to during our last big trip, searching for better weather. And I think we've learnt now that you can't just try and chase the weather. We are going to have to suck it up. But yeah, it's something that we are still adjusting to.
It takes time.
It does take time, and but we're becoming more patient with one another, I think.
I still love you.
Oh God! Right, okay. So thank you.
Very good question.
Thank you, the Real Scott and Tracy Travelling.
Right, that's a very good question here from Freddie's Travels. Do you have French residency? If so, does the 90-day still apply? And where are you guys heading next?
We do have French residency. I have a 10-year residency card. Mark has a 5-year residency card because he has been in France less time. And we can travel wherever in France, not a problem. We can travel obviously in the UK, non-Schengen countries, but as far as Schengen countries are concerned, we can only do the 90 days in every 180, which is, it's horrible. It's really horrible, but we have to apply, those rules the same as everybody else does.
Good old Brexit.
Yeah, it just keeps on giving. If anyone's interested in finding out about residency cards in France and what they mean, I'll go on to the second bit of your question, Freddie. We're heading to Spain, North Spain and Portugal for about 6 weeks when we leave the UK, but we have to be back in France in January because Mark has to reapply for his 5-year card, which will then become a 10-year card of permanent residency. But you have to apply in person 2 months before your card runs out. So it means that we have to return to France to go to the prefecture in Toul for Mark to apply for his next residency card.
Then I have to go down to pick it up, make another rendezvous to pick it up.
In 2 months' time when his runs out. So yeah, but then he's good for 10 years. I've got another 5 years on mine. So it is what it is. But the 90, 180 day rule applies to us outside of France and the UK in the Schengen area. Does that look happy? But yeah, if you do want to know more about it, drop us a comment and we'll do a bit more about the process. Great question.
It's not straightforward. Okay, the Wanderers van life. Do you feel filming sometimes get in the way of being in the moment? Well, Nikki films the majority of the time, don't you? So I'll let you answer this one.
I'm a really bad passenger and I love to drive. But because Mark's rubbish with the camera, I have to film and Mark drives. So it's a bit of a bone of contention, but I have got a much better passenger the last few months, definitely. I don't moan as much as I used to. It doesn't get in the way in the moment at all, because I think it actually helps because we stop a lot more often than we would to film.
Norway's a prime example of that one.
Yeah. No, I think it actually is opposite. I think by filming it, we appreciate it more, and also the memories at that moment that you're there. It's amazing, but it's nothing like how it is filmed, because you can replay it over and over again.
One of the reasons why we got a YouTube channel basically is to record our memories.
Yeah.
They'll always be there.
Because Mum has Alzheimer's and obviously her memory is pretty much non-existent now. It will be nice if I do happen to go that way, that all of our travels are documented, and just to shut me up, Mark can put those on and I'll happily, hopefully, watch all those again and again
Instead of singing to nursery rhymes.
Instead of singing.
I take that all day long.
She doesn't just do nursery rhymes, she does other things as well. But yes.
So, another question from... Okay, we've answered the same question, these people here. 6 in a van, hello, and Greenham's on tour.
Hi.
So what made you go full-time van life? Okay, for me, if you've seen the previous video, I've had a house scare recently, 5-6 years ago. So for me it's the freedom, and tomorrow is never guaranteed. So that answers my part of the question.
It's very similar actually. Losing my husband when he was such a young age made me realise that life is short. I've always wanted to do van life, but I thought I would be sort of retired or older than I am now. But it is a case of just seize the day, don't put it off, because you don't know, like, the future's not guaranteed. And I agree with Mike, there is such a sense of freedom. You completely please yourself, whether you stay somewhere, whether you move on. We're very, very fortunate to be able to be in a position to do what we're doing. So that's why it's first and foremost, I guess, is the freedom and just the whole experience. I was talking to my brother last night about some of the people that we've met in the different countries and how our lives have been so enriched, talking to so many interesting people and hearing about their life experiences. So I really, really love that part of travel.
It's all the culture and everything, isn't it?
Yeah. So
there's two or three parts to their question actually on this one. And also, how hard was it to actually do? Well, for us, we were in quite a good position in a way, weren't we? I sold a property. You sold a property.
I also sold my business that had been built up over many years.
And a couple of vehicles that we sold.
Yeah, it took us a while to find the right van, because it wasn't just Mark and I travelling. It was Sid and Ivy as well, and there was a lot of criteria that we were needing in a van.
The biggest thing was we need a space for a crate. You've probably seen the crate in the van. They don't stay in there all the time, do they?
When we travel, they're
at least travelling for safety.
So we had to have a space for the crate. Chloe's not perfect for us, which I think we've learnt as we're now living in it. I personally, for me, I would prefer more of a seating area. But she's 99.9% perfect.
Oh, don't upset Chloe.
I know.
She can't hear. Okay, and the third part of their question is, What do you think people overlook when going full time? For me, there's one straight answer. It's the cost of it all.
It is the cost.
People don't realise until you actually do it.
But I think some of that is our own fault, because fuel costs is probably our biggest expense. But we are learning to be more patient and less in a hurry to get to the next destination, because it's you can't do that all the time. You have to take a break. You have to sit somewhere for 3 or 4 days. Mark finds that more difficult than I do. He's very impatient to get to the next place, next destination.
It goes back to some of our previous answers from the questions. You know, one is obviously we're conscious of going back to the UK, and the two is the weather. Well,
we're learning to travel smarter.
And not do a big detour around the whole country.
And I think
we change our minds too much.
Yeah, we've got to stick to a plan. We have to make a plan. But we have to learn to travel smarter, and that will lower the cost a lot, which is, the question, what do you think people overlook when going full time?
And again, from Six in a Van and Greenland's on Tour, this is the last question from them. What negatives come from full-time van life?
I don't like when we've been travelling all day and then finding somewhere to park in an area that we don't know. There are always options, but we're maybe a little more fussy than we should be.
Sometimes you've got to be fussy because we've got a 7.5 metre van.
Yeah, no, it's not that, Mark. It's not. I don't mean it that fussy in that way. I mean fussy in that if we think it's a bit suspect that we're feeling a bit uncomfortable. I think we have to step outside of our comfort zone.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And not everything is going to be pretty. Sometimes we're going to have to just park up.
And we do stay away from towns and cities. That's what we do normally.
The problem that is one of the negatives of full-time van life is that we feel that we can't visit cities because of the parking problem, but also it's difficult because we've got the dogs. So it's possible sometimes to park in a like park and ride place, but because we have the dogs we can't ride anywhere. So that's something we thought we might do cities more than we actually do.
But I don't think we're city people anyway.
We're not particularly city people, but there are some cities that I would like to visit, but it isn't always possible.
So thank you, Six in a Van and Greenland's on Tour. Some brilliant questions there. Okay, another question from Caris. Okay, sorry about that. Was van life a dream of yours for a long time, or at what point did you decide this was the experience you wanted to have?
I think, as I said earlier, it's always been pretty much a dream of mine in retirement that's what I would do. It's something that has been at the back of my mind for a long time.
Yeah, same as, and we can always think about it and say only if, but we just done it, just jumped in and done it.
There's a second part to Caris's question.
Were there any challenges that delayed it?
Was there any challenges that delayed it? Obviously finance. You do have to have some kind of security, or we do, because that's just how we are. Finances. And family, particularly my mum.
So that's just a simple answer, isn't it? And a very good question. Right, Steph Pom Explorer. Now, check her out. She's a solo traveller. She's travelling all around the world at the moment.
She's on both Instagram
and YouTube. I think she's in Malaysia now, but she's been to some awesome places.
She really has.
Yeah, I mean, she's an inspiration to all solo travellers, for females.
For a female solo traveller, she's incredible anyway. But if you're a female solo traveller, check out Steph Pom Explorer with an A on the end, and you will be inspired.
I think she's French.
Yes, you'll be inspired.
So, I would like to know how you decided to sell everything and explore the world. It's probably similar. question to the previous.
Again, it's been a plan in the back of our minds for quite a while. And then we sold the business, sold the houses, and the time was right to just do it.
And no going back.
No going back. No. But we did have to sell properties and business to be able to do it.
So thank you, Steph. Okay, Frank on tour.
Do you plan on venturing further than Scandinavian countries? Yeah, we did. We visited Poland. We visited the Baltic countries very briefly.
Yeah.
Latvia, Estonia and Lithuania.
Germany,
and then I think, as we said previously, we've got plans then for Spain and Portugal during the winter.
Sunshine.
We would love to take them on to Southeast Asia because we absolutely adore Southeast Asia, but not sure of the logistics. And I think especially with the dogs, getting Chloe there would be an absolute nightmare. And the dogs, I think, is probably a bridge too far. We met and spoke with a French guy when we just started out van life. And he'd bought a bus, and he was parked next to us, and he bought this old bus. I mean, it was fitted out with like a 3-piece suite and full bed, everything.
Big bathroom and everything.
It was a full-size bus, and that was his plan, was to literally travel the world. And he said permits for Russia, he had no problem getting the permits ready for travelling through Russia, but it was China that he had the most problems with because they need him to hire a guide. And they want him to hire a driver as well. So, but talking to him and his plans was just unbelievable. So yeah, and like I said, this is another element of van life that I didn't think we expected, was listening to people's stories and their plans and their experiences. It's just, it makes it really.
So are we going to dismiss travelling to Thailand, to Southeast Asia?
This week, yeah.
Okay, maybe next year. Watch your space. Oh my word.
It won't be next year.
Thank you, Frank.
We have a question from one of our favourite couples.
They make me laugh.
They're amazing. The filming is so clever. So big shout out to the Philcranian couple.
Yeah, I mean, check them out on Instagram. Honestly, some of their reels and posts, it will make you laugh. It really will.
They seem such a wonderful couple.
Yeah.
So, and because me and Anna want to do the same and have a van to travel all over, how much was the van cost? And did you do the modifications or did someone else do it? So we bought the van already converted, and because it was already converted, we did pay kind of top dollar for it to get it. Okay, in France it's
the
really
spec,
difficult,
isn't it?
The paperwork involved in registering a van that's been converted by its owner is ridiculous and way beyond our capabilities. So obviously you then have to pay a premium because somebody else has done all that for you.
You have a file this thick of paperwork,
so
certificates.
Mark bought Chloe to get what we wanted and that suited us. We did pay quite a lot of money.
I don't think we paid too much for it.
It wasn't over.
Because the prices in France aren't.
It was in the 30,000 plus end of things.
How I see it, that's our house on wheels.
It is our house on wheels.
You can't get a house at 30,000, can you?
Well, it wasn't 30,000. It
I'm
was
just saying.
The higher 30s. But she's 14 years old, but she hasn't done an awful lot of mileage. So she's good and she's so reliable. So
she hasn't missed a beat, has she?
No. Yeah. So no, we bought it already converted, but we were really fussy in what we wanted, and we looked around a lot until we found her.
We made a few little tweaks in there, didn't we, to make it homely? Put our little stamp on it at the end of the day.
Yeah. So, the Ukrainian couple, go buy a van and do it.
Come on,
you will love it, and we really look forward to watching your vlogs on it because you'll have an amazing time.
You're so young. You got the
the world is your oyster.
Us two are getting old now, but you know what? We're still enjoying life.
We've had a question from the adorable Simone, Exploring with Simone. She is from South Africa. And again, go check her channel out.
She's got YouTube and Instagram, yeah.
She's a beautiful soul, a really beautiful lady.
Heart of gold.
So we've got, if someone feels stuck in a routine, what advice would you give them to take their first leap of faith? Okay, don't be afraid of failing. What is the worst that can happen? Don't put it off. Just take that leap. If you fail,
look at the leap we
so be it.
look at the leap we done. We quit our jobs, sold our houses, so there was no going back. Okay, we still got a bolt hole.
If we fail, we'll get a job stacking shelves. We'll get a job doing something.
Life's too short.
Don't put it off. Just don't be afraid of the fear. Don't let the fear stop you doing it. But yes,
thank you for that.
Thank you, Simona.
Yes,
Simone.
She keeps asking us
I get it wrong,
to visit South Africa and maybe collaborate one day. So we're not going to say no.
No.
It's there. So
South
watch
Africa
this
could be on the
space.
cards.
A good question, and hello to South Africa. Right. Next question is from A Weekend in Camper. That's a good name.
I would like to know what places you recommend to visit by RV and if they are equipped.
Well, Chloe is completely capable of living off grid. Prime example now, we're in the UK now, and she's been parked up now for 3-4 weeks. No electric plugged into nothing, just relying on good old-fashioned sunlight. So yeah.
Yes, there is another story there, but we'll keep that for again. We have stayed in some incredible places that an RV. It depends on the size of the RV, to be honest. That an RV could stay in. There was a little spot in Denmark that we stayed at.
What was it called?
And it was at Enderup.
Yeah.
Enderup. That was incredible. We stayed there for a couple of nights. It had a loo and the toilet was big enough to kind of wash and whatever. There was a barbecue facilities. It was beautiful park up actually.
So clean.
Yeah, it was really good. There was no electricity there, but if you stay in Aires in France, in particular, because we know France, quite a few of them you have an opportunity of electricity if you need them. They vary in price. Some airs are free, some you have to pay for, and then if you obviously have electricity you have to pay for that. And most of them you can do your water, unload and load up.
Europe's really geared up for the motorhome, for a camping car.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
From
It depends on the size of your RV, but certainly, yeah. Do it. Go for it. Yeah. Europe is pretty well set up. UK not so much, in fairness.
But Europe now are cracking down now on the height of the vehicle. They tend to have overhead barriers and tend to be getting
That's
smaller.
The problem that we found is that there is a 2 metre height limit on a lot of them. So the smaller vans, the VWs, that kind of thing, absolutely fine. But because Chloe is 3 metres high, we have a problem sometimes parking
She's
up.
a big girl.
A bit like me. So yeah, thanks Weekend. Thank you Weekend in Camper. I hope we've answered your question.
These are really good questions.
This is another friend. This is a lovely Daxter. Hotel Travel Mania. And he lives in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. We did a collaboration vlog with him. Check out his channel. He's got some really interesting places that he's visited, and if you are visiting particularly Southeast Asia, there are some great ideas. His Japan series was really fascinating, and it's made me want to go to Japan even more than I did before.
He knows so much.
Yeah.
You know, we've learnt so much from Daxter.
From Daxter, yeah, he's an amazing person to know, and his channel's incredible. So Daxter asks, after touring Europe in your own van, what is the biggest take from it?
To be more patient with each other.
Yeah.
Okay, and respectful.
Of each other, to each other.
Yeah, and countries.
I think the biggest take from it actually is a freedom that we've already sort of touched on. It's that, but yeah, we've learned a lot. That's probably our biggest take from it. And sorry, I've got to put my glasses on. Could be the countries you've visited or something you've learned about each other. Yeah, so yeah, it's probably we've learned to be patient and enjoy our freedom.
And when are you both coming back for more durian?
We will definitely be back to Malaysia, to KL, and hopefully meet up with you again. The durian was a one-off experience. And we're glad that we shared it with you.
We had a collaborating day, long story short. Check out the video. And one of the challenges was to try durian. I just thought it'd be one. But we had five. That's all I'm going to say. An experience. Thank you, Daxter.
The durian experience won't be repeated.
Okay. Thank you.
Daxter.
Hello to Malaysia. Oh, great question. From Switzerland.
This is from Alpine Van Family. Which road trip gave you the most excitement?
Really? I think the whole of Scandinavia,
Yes.
but particularly Norway.
We did bang on about Norway and how wonderful it was, but
Yeah.
only because for us it really was. But we have such precious memories of all of Scandinavia. And it's hard to choose because we love all of them in their own kind of way.
They're all different, aren't they?
But our road trip is Scandinavia, particularly Norway.
One hell of a memory that is.
So that's the road trip that gave us the most excitement. And we did kind of do a little bit of planning, though we completely went off track because we kept seeing wonderful things. But that was and
Planning.
we're useless.
Do we plan?
We're completely useless. So Alpine Van Family in Switzerland, thank you so much. We're looking forward to visiting Switzerland. So drop us
Recommendations.
some recommendations for Switzerland. That would be incredible. Okay, we're nearly at the end, I promise. Take your time daily. Where is somewhere where you take the van? Oh God, I'm so sorry. I don't want to get this wrong. Right. Where is somewhere that you take the van, but it's a bit expensive or maybe require more planning or work? I think we touched on this earlier as well. That would be Southeast Asia for me.
Southeast Asia.
It would take a lot of planning.
A lot. Logistics and everything, isn't it?
Yeah, and it doubles up because of the dogs. Cost probably would be quite a lot. Whether we could hire something, I don't know.
We did look into shipping Chloe out to the US.
Yeah, and that wasn't as expensive as we
No,
thought.
I think it was about €3,000 to take Chloe on a ship, cargo ship, I guess, to the US, and we could have toured America, but it's doable.
Yeah, okay. We have, as the next one, Margaret on tour. Hi, Margaret. How do you guys stay connected and do your uploads and whatever? I think we've touched on this briefly in previous vlogs, but we use Starlink. If anybody's interested, drop us a comment and we'll do a kind of a mini vlog on Starlink, how you set it up. But we use Starlink. We've done research and I don't think there's anything similar to it that is as good as Starlink. Where you are now, which is parked in a field in the middle of nowhere, Mark's signal says, he always gets so excited, we don't get it very often, it says infinity,
which means you can't get better than what you got for a signal. But how I see it with Starlink, because we're so remote sometimes, in the top of a mountain in Norway or somewhere in a glacier somewhere, it'll always pick one hell of a signal up.
or parked up on a service station by the side of a motorway. Yeah, we've always got a signal. So, yeah. It is. We use a Starlink Mini. Mark sets that up, so
5 minutes. Anyway, that's going to be another vlog. So if you want to see the Starlink setup, let us know in the comments, please. We'll do a little
mini vlog on Starlink, on the cost, and
that's one of the biggest questions that we get, because we're obviously travel creators and content creators. How do you do your editing in the van? So Starlink is very important for that.
Yep. So thank you, Maggie on tour. And the last one is from Jonah510. Hey Wayne. Are you still planning on living the van life dream? So absolutely, we are going to continue. We will have to keep taking breaks because of Mum and that situation. But yeah, why wouldn't we? We've seen so many special places, met so many special people, experienced so, even just the day-to-day mundane stuff, we find something to laugh about.
From doing your washing to...
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It's yeah.
We've learnt so much, and we've got more to come, haven't we?
You've got one life, as I know that you appreciate. So just live it. Well, yeah, every day we're going to continue doing what we're doing, taking breaks, to give my sister a break. She's doing an incredible job. But yeah.
I apologise if I missed some of the questions out, because we could be here for 2-3 hours. So this seemed to be so popular, so we'll do a part 2 with the questions that we haven't had time to answer today. All right, that's fair. It's fair.
So yeah, to finish your question, Jonah, yes, we will continue probably until we kill each other.
So thanks
for watching. Anything we've missed, let us know.
One last little thing. Where are we off to next?
As I said, we are heading down to North Spain and maybe getting into a little bit of Portugal. We will only have about 6 weeks, so
chasing the sun.
We're not going to do that much chasing, because we're now going to travel smarter.
Okay, you heard it. Okay.
So Spain.
So
if there are any recommendations of places to visit in the north of Spain, because we can't go too far south because we need to return to France, as we mentioned, please drop us any recommendations. We'd be really, really grateful.
Or Portugal, maybe.
Yeah. Sort of north of Lisbon then, or Porto. We know Porto, but yeah.
I just want to say thank you to everybody for their time and their support, for making us do our Q&A today.
And thank you everyone for just the amazing comments we got when we told our story. The support that you guys have given us, the love that was given us. It just makes everything worthwhile, and even the hardest days with Mum, it gets us through it, knowing that we've got everyone's support and love. So that's a love back to you all, and see you again on our travels soon.
Thank you.